Anyway, we could get Earthbound for you. There's a loose copy here for only $200, practically a steal. The cost was much higher back in 2000X, when people were investing in retro games rather than simply enjoying them. Let's get your favorite game. I'll pitch in. What do you say? If I had that kind of money, sure, which, as noted, I do not. And with our sponsor situation kind of up in the air, I'm thinking fewer three-figure impulse buys the better, right? Are there any cheap digital options for getting that game instead? Just download a copy and play it in an emulator. Much easier. Grace just offered to buy it for you. Teammates should support each other. What if Grace gets the game for you as a gift? She can afford it. And if it's teammates supporting each other, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, let's... Nope. Look, I'm not above charity, but only in desperate need. I don't desperately need a video game from the 90s. I appreciate the sentiment, but nope. Let's just move on, shall we? He's trying to be practical. But I'd be happy to. And I appreciate your happiness, but we're sponsorless at the moment, yes? Let's be a little pragmatic. Grace sighs, letting it go. I think that's enough shopping for now. Maybe it's for the best that I not spend all my money on things I don't really need. Hey, don't let me guilt you into not having fun. That'd be stinky. No, it's fine. I'm living by myself now, and I can't fall back on my family for support. It's a lesson I should learn. And no matter our situation, no matter what crisis we face, we're together. We'll support each other, and we'll make the right decisions to get through it. Let's hear it for the Magnificent Seven. Hooray? Louder! Hooray! Can't hear you. Hooray, doggone it. Seriously, hooray. I can't ray any hooer. Let's call it here. My brain's melting from being around 80,000 people, and my stomach yearns for calories. Grace hands me the bags, her shopping extravaganza now complete. I'll take care of these. See you both later? Of course. Nice. Hey, hauling the purchases back to our hotel doesn't take too long, thanks to the connecting skywalk. 15 minutes later, I'm back at Max. Now where should I go? I want to see what's going on with Jinx. I'll phone up Jinx and chat. When arranging for airline tickets to bring the whole team out to the West Coast, one name was absent from the travel arrangements: Jinx. Flying cross country and dealing with a gigantic convention center wasn't in the cards for her, so she opted out of the trip. That makes sense, but I do want to check up on her. But no reason I can't phone her up and see how she's doing. Better do it outside too, where it's less noisy. Iris, call Jinx on speakerphone. Okay. Righty Rooty. That's very nice. Angel Arts, sup? Hey, Jinx, just checking in. How you doing? How's the cat? Didn't want you to think we forgot all about you two or anything like that. Cat is fine, but how am I doing? How are you doing? News about Crimson Tiger ditching us came across 5 different news feeds at once. Ah, right, that. Loxley and Rhapsody are looking for a new sponsor. Failing that, Iris and I will find someone. Don't worry, we'll make apartment rent this month. Yeah, I know. Not worried about that. I'm more worried about how you're dealing with it. That's very sweet of her. Is that Angel Arts? Is it? Hey, Angel Arts, cough up the rent or I'm booting you all out of the street and suing you for everything you have. Gian is totally, joshing us. No, she's kidding. She's absolutely kidding. Gian, quit it. He doesn't know when you're joking around like I do. Oh, come on. Let me have my fun. Don't worry, Angel Arts. We can just skip this month's rent. I know when she's joking. It's very obvious. Provided you pay it back the next month, with interest. Hey, did we run out of vegan pizza bagels? I can't find any in here. Thought you hated junk food. The situation cries out for them. Excellent movies requires excellent treats. We need pizza bagels. Hang on, going to go get some pizza bagels. Jinx, would you kindly request that Gian stops causing cardiac events? I'm standing in an alley behind the convention center. They wouldn't find my body for days. Gian does what Gian wants to do, afraid, and Gian currently hungers for both rent and microwave garbage food. From the corners of my phone screen, I can see Iris sighing happily at Gian's choice in snack selection. Right now we're having an impromptu movie party. Think they felt sorry I couldn't join you all out there. Wanted to cheer me up. Right, that's why I'm calling, to see how you're doing. Well, not gonna lie, having some FOMO being left behind like this.
Well, this sucks.
Stinks, being sidelined by my knees. Again, couldn't be there for you at Hamza's tournament either, despite trying. Maybe I could have come out there. Maybe I should have tried. Rent a scooter, endure the strain, just make an effort. Instead, went with my gut and said, nope, no way, no how. Didn't want to try, just wanted to stay nice and comfy at home. Now I'm not there in your hour of need.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, bringing you down on a day when you're already down, aren't I? Thanks for your concern, but I'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry about me, and you made the right call. This place is overwhelmingly huge. Anything I can do to help with the FOMO? Need me to pick something up while I'm at the max? Anything I can do to help with the FOMO? Need me to pick something while I'm at the max? You're only missing out if there's something here you really wanted to do. And from what I've seen, it's all playing games or shopping. Anything I can grab for you while I'm here? I don't mind being your pack mule if so. Good point. Fast Cars 6 soundtrack. I thought we don't talk about Fast Cars 6. We don't, except how it had really amazing K-pop to drift to. But the game's been buried in the deepest hole of the earth and covered with dirt, and then salted so nothing can grow, which makes finding the soundtrack tough. If you can find me a used copy of the soundtrack on vinyl, well, then I'm not supporting Fast Cars 6, but I still get to enjoy the tracks, yeah? Okay, seriously, what is up with Game 6 anyway? Cancelled. Specifically, the game's director got cancelled, and for good reason. I don't want to go into right now. Bad stuff. The Fast Cars community turned their back on the game after that, and patiently waited for a follow-up made by someone else. Maybe it's unethical to enjoy any part of FC6 after what he did, but the musicians weren't to blame, and I'm not hardline enough to go completely cold turkey.
Good.
So find me a copy of the soundtrack and we're set. Sounds good? I'll see if I can find it, but if it's that rare, no promises. Understood. There's no more pizza bagels downstairs. How can we have a Yeah Family movie party without pizza bagels? If the corner bodega is somehow also out of pizza bagels, heads will roll and blood will spill.
Hell no.
Gian, we don't need pizza on a bagel. Just go get a regular A pizza from Ben and Matt. Traditions are meant to be upheld. I will not break with the sacred snacking rights. I would sooner embrace death. No, if you'll excuse me, I need to procure some delicious round bready delights. Toodles! Starting to wonder if a massive knee pain would be better than this day of mandatory fun. If Gian insists on watching Mall Cops again just for their bad movie podcast, ugh. So, in happier news, what's the plan to get back at P2W for trying to kill us? Is that vendetta you thirst for? I didn't think you were into petty revenge. Pick and choose my spots, yeah? Sometimes I shrug it off, sometimes I come down on someone like the fist of an angry god. It's all about keeping your cool, so you're ready for the times when you gotta go ballistic on someone. I'm like that. Actually, I talked to the press already at Fight Shack and got our side of the story out there, so that's a little revenge, I suppose. Punchy 78, I'm guessing? If so, right call to make. He's good people. Don't think he'll misquote you or anything. I felt like I could trust him. He did warn me that Valkyrie would probably not be happy about us refusing to go quietly. All the more reason to keep the vendetta rolling. So what else did you have in mind? It's simple, really. Here's what we do. Blood and war. We shall topple their dynasty and replace it with our own. Put Valkyrie's hand in warm water while she sleeps so she wets the bed. Living well is the best revenge. They say living well is the best revenge. I plan to live very well indeed. I'd say revenge is the best revenge myself. But hey, I get it. Know when to play it cool, know when to go hard. Can respect you for choosing your spots. All we need to do is show Valkyrie up, is win the Pro Tour. She feels entitled to that championship like it's already hers. We show her she's wrong, and that's that. Got it. You can count on me to do a revenge. Before I can say anything, I also hear a door slam and a squeal. Pizza bagels obtained. Now, who's up for Mall Cops 2, the shoppening? That's my cue to go, I think.
See you later.
Later. Cool. Good. Good to check in with everyone on the team when I can, even those who couldn't be here with us today. Time to move on. We still have to get that soundtrack for Jinx. With my phone call done, I head back indoors to resume traversing the landscape of Max. But before I can continue my journey into the depths of Max, I'm rather rudely interrupted. Yo! What is your problem? Why are you doing this? Coda, what did I do now? It's Coda, formerly of Team Play to Win. Still wearing his P2W jacket, although it's dirtier and has holes in it. Dude looks incredibly agitated, scared, and angry. Leave me the heck alone. Isn't it enough you already destroyed my career? You want to ruin my whole life too? Dude. Yeah. Like, seriously, man. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. Me being here has nothing to do with you. What? He advances on me, trembling and losing his nerves with every word he speaks. It's you, isn't it? You and your iris. My bank accounts, all that junk mail, the things you sent my mother. Why would I do that? Why would it be me? I don't understand what makes you think that I would be the one who would do that, or even care to do that. Coda, what are you going on about? I haven't done anything. Of course you have. You. If it's not you, then of course, her. She's doing this. Well, I won't let you ruin me. You hear me? I won't let you do this. Coda, what are you even talking about? Alas, he ignores me and runs right back into the crowd, plowing into 2 cosplayers as he loses himself in the chaos of Max. I'm bewildered, but my brief chat with Punchy78 tickles the back of my mind. He did warn me that Valkyrie, owner of P2W, can seriously grind an axe when it comes to grudges. If she's still angry at Coda for his part in that incident, well, yikes. Double yikes. But before I can ponder it further, I'm interrupted again, this time by happier familiar faces.
Hail, friend!
Hail, Angel Arts, we bring good tidings. The possibility of good tidings, at any rate. Even a possibility would be welcome. It's been a weird day. You do appear a little shaken up. Everything okay? I'll be fine. I'm more interested in your tidings. Tell me of your tidings. Very well. We have a strong contender for our future sponsor. My fair Marion struck up a conversation with another Iris and... Hold up, you named your Iris Maid Marion? Seriously, my dude? It's a bit embarrassing, but my lovely Iris decided she actually quite enjoys my, shall we say, aesthetic, and chose that moniker for her own free will. Loxley's phone chimes in as a pink glowing figure in a beautiful medieval dress curtsies towards us. Forsooth, 'tis mine honor to assist friends of my Lord Loxley in all his battles with my powerful database indexing toolset. Huzzah! So... right. To refocus, we may have an inroad with a powerful sponsor and a powerful opportunity. I still need to have a few more conversations and smooth some things over.
Nice.
But either way, we shall have the results by the end of the day. That's all great and everything, but I think I have one small question. Whom exactly are you chatting with?
Nah.
Spoilers. I feel that as your quote-unquote manager, I should at least get a hint, you know. Seriously though, I wouldn't want to get your hopes up in case this falls through. It better not be Dekonami. It's already been a rough day for you. No need to make it rougher by promising you the moon and stars, then delivering nothing. I guess I can see that, but I don't know. Being left in suspense is pretty awful too. Very well. This calls for distraction. Max is filled with those, thankfully. How are you taking it to it all? You did seem a tad bit overwhelmed this morning. I'm adjusting. Everyone seems to be having fun too, which helps. I also spoke to Fights Shack to present our side of the story to the public. I saw. You handled yourself well. I'm proud of you, Angel Arts. I propose we keep the good times rolling. If you like, you can accompany me to lunch. Loxley's asking me out to lunch. Oh, snap. And perhaps accompany me as I obtain a certain arcade relic? A subtle glance from him confirms my suspicion that this is related to that creepy brain-bending game Polybius. He didn't want me getting involved, but I suppose I'm involved enough to the point where he'd rather include me than shut me out. He likes me. He really likes me. Lunch is... vibrating. Hold that thought. My pants are vibrating. Rhapsody takes out their phone and quickly scrolls through what seems like a long chat thread. What I was going to say was, lunch is always a welcome and delicious idea. However, I just found out I need to make my way back to the stage for the Crimson Tiger Invitational. I'm cast in the first match. You mean the match we were supposed to be playing in?
Yeah.
That's right. But now it's P2W against some other small team, and there is one other caveat. I'm not sure I need another surprise added onto this whole ordeal. They need a second caster, too. I could do it with some rando, or Angel Arts could be my color commentator. I could announce P2W's match, or you could go have lunch with Loxley. I mean, they both seem really fun. But let's be real here. You all know what I'm going to be doing. The twain are tantalizing choices for fun and distraction, whatever you decide. And information, both are interesting options for gathering intel. One on P2W, the other Polybius. Either way, I'll learn something. I just don't want to be super obsessed with P2W. So even then, I would have leaned more towards Polybius just because I don't want to be that manager who's just like constantly being like thinking about P2W, because they're not worth my time to think about. Loxley, let's talk ancient arcade games. Rhapsody, let's go cast P2W's match. Loxley, you and I. Let's walk and talk, maybe get some lunch. If you have a chance to pick me up something, I'd appreciate it. I'd be trapped at the stage for the rest of the day.
Catch you later.
Have fun. I'll see you both later.
You have my thanks.
Thank you for accompanying me. Always helps to have a second one dealing with unsavory types. Unsavory? As in this person would taste bad if boiled with broth and cilantro? Or as in criminal elements, afraid? You recall our discussion about Polybius, the cursed arcade game, and my efforts to collect a working specimen of the technology? Kinda hard to forget. I still wake up now and then with hard headaches thanks to that game. Concerning. I'm glad that we mentioned something to Loxley about the headaches. Or the hand aches. But our concern today is a dealer in bootleg arcade PCBs. That's printed circuit boards, the slabs of green plastic and chips that make games what they are. The lead is promising. He's offering what he claims is a genuine Polybius PCB in exchange for, let's say, a sum of money without specifying the actual amount. Heck of a thing to spend your team's salary on, considering our sponsorship woes. This particular endeavor is being funded by my silent partners, actually, who are, as noted, it's best if you don't know. But rest assured, in all other matters, my loyalty is to Magnificent Seven, which is partly why I wanted your assistance today. You refuse to look away from the truth of Polybius, and I can respect that. I owe you as much disclosure as possible. So I aim to bind myself to you tightly. Really now? Oh, finally, Loxley. I aim to bind myself you tightly in that conspiracy. Oh, boo. It's chapter 4, Loxley. It's chapter 4. So that we have as few secrets between us as possible. You deserve a peek behind the curtain. Really now? Okay, but let's clarify a few points. Are we headed towards guns and knives gang throwdowns here? Certainly not. I mean, I'd be rather surprised if that were the case. No. Today we simply deal with grey market arcade parts resellers. Their crimes are strictly white collar. But it's never wise to arrive at such a meeting alone, since one of my silent partners missed their flight to this coast. Well, you turn to me. Precisely. So, are you game? I'm in pretty deep on this stuff, aren't I? On one hand, I'm manager of a rising FOD2 team. On the other, I'm dealing with Loxley's weird mysteries. But I can't deny the times I've woken with that burning pixelated smile in my head. The Polybius incident isn't going away. Turn to face the storm, I say. If I wasn't ready to do that, I wouldn't have accepted Loxley's offer today. Okay, but I'm running if they pull, like a big A katana on us. And I'll be right behind you, believe me. I want nothing to do with violence. Shall we? Oh, this is gonna be fun. My date with my my first date. I wouldn't call this like a real date, but I'll call it the first date with Loxley. Loxley leads us out of the convention center, around the corner and into an alley, conveniently out of sight of the tourists and gamers alike. Before I can ask how long it'll take for Loxley's mysterious contact to arrive, the shady character in question makes his presence felt. Rather than some dangerous-looking underworld figure, it's just some guy. Not particularly impressive. But that stands to reason. If you're a bootleg arcade dealer, you probably don't want to make much of an impression. Avoids being picked out of a lineup later. Loxley nods to him, a simple acknowledgement as the dealer glanced left and right. Don't like doing this in the open, Clyde. His name is Clyde? I love that name. It's also the name of one of the Pac-Man ghosts, I think. It's Loxley, actually. We talked online, yes? So, your partner here, that's Clyde? I was expecting Clyde. Oh, Clyde's not his real name. I want to know Loxley's real name. Alas, Clyde missed their flight, so you're dealing with me, and a trusted associate who will not be named. Is this going to be a problem? I can leave if it's a problem. I don't think I can fake my way through this, acting all tough and gruff. Not really in my wheelhouse. Fine, whatever, let's get on with this. You got the money? And Loxley flashes an amount of cash, rubber banded together, that could probably purchase a mid-size SUV outright. That's impressive. As promised, my compatriots keep to their word. The dealer takes the wad, counting it quickly, before reaching into a Max Shopping's tote and pulling out a silvery anti-static bag. Inside is a pile of 1980X silicon stuck to a green circuit board. One Polybius prototype recovered from the Portland incident. Had to go out on a limb for this one, Locksley.
You have my thanks.
More than with the price. You have our thanks. Wait a second. This is way too easy, and something about that board isn't sitting right with me. Is this from some crusty old 1980X game that shouldn't the board look a little rattier than that? That chipset looks fake. Take it from a PC expert. This is not old tech. How do we know you're not cheating us, buddy? I think this test is in order. Where exactly did you manage to find something this rare? That chipset looks fake. Take it from a PC expert. This is not old tech. It's fake. Excuse me, did we ask your opinion? That processor is a PowerPC chip. It's an early one, but definitely a PowerPC RISC chip, which wasn't released until 1990X, years after the supposed release of Polybius. An astute observation indeed. Well, have you an explanation for this discrepancy? Maybe it's a later revision. I mean, that happens. We've got like 8 different versions of Street Fighter in my stocks.
An unsound notion,
Incorrect.
I'm afraid.
There are no revisions to the Polybius chipset, only the initial wave of prototypes lost in shipment cross-country.
Unacceptable!
I believe my friend here has the right of it. You, good sir, are a swindler and a thief. You got it all wrong. Look, I was told it was legitimate. Really, I'm not trying to sell you a fake. And yet, the end result is the same. Intention is irrelevant, results matter, and the result is a false Polybius. I believe I will be taking my money back, and you may have your counterfeit. You gave me the money, deal's over. I'll see myself out, okay? You didn't know you were selling a fake. Okay, we can let it slide, but you'll owe us a favor. How about the wideband disguised browser's history? How about we wideband disguised browser history to the whole world? Marion can do that, right? You should take the board back. What do you think Locksley's friends will do to you once they learn the truth? How about we wideband this guy's browser history? I don't want this guy to owe us a favor because I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. How about we wideband this guy's browser history to the whole world? Marion can do that, right? Oh, Locksley, your fair maid Marion's a fully capable iris, yes? Meaning you have a super hacker in your pocket ready to obey your every command. That would be the case, yes? Meaning we could dig up this guy's browser history and release it for all the world to see, right? That would be the case, yes. Hey now. Look, honest mistake, okay? I'll take my board back. You take your money. Everything's cool. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool? Please. Glad we could come to terms. You may go now, after returning my bankroll, if you please. And the dealer practically hurls the money at Locksley before scattering to the winds.
A bit stickier of a situation than I'd planned, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Now I must return to my allies empty-handed. They shan't be pleased.
I'm sorry, Locksley. Can I make it up to you for some dinner? Do you want like a neck massage, back rub? Will that make you feel better? It would make me feel better. They're not gonna like flog you for this or anything, right? I mean, if anyone's flogging Locksley... No, I'm not into that.
Oh, heavens no. No matter the boogeyman you have envisioned in your mind, my allies, honestly, are on the side of the light. I swear it to be so. They'll be disappointed as well, but we'll recover. We'll resume the search for a Polybius. This is a long-term project.
I love how he pronounces the word resume.
But we have you to thank for preventing a great loss on this day. You have my thanks in particular.
You know how you can thank me? Locksley? You're a teammate and a friend. Glad I could keep you out of trouble. So, are you ready to tell me more about this Polybius mess, considering I'm already buried neck deep into it?
Not yet. But honestly, today's adventure was productive in that regard. I'm making the case to my allies that you should be brought on board. Your assistance today will go a long way to proving your trustworthiness.
Thank you, Locksley.
That is assuming you truly want to go deeper. Rather than turn away from this path,
Oh, I want to go deeper.
I would still counsel against it. This is a risk you need not.
Locksley, with you, I would want to... Not gonna repeat it. Don't think I can really ignore what's going on. Not anymore. He's told me too much to back out now. I'm in. if only so I can understand what happened to me back at Hamza's DAC tournament.
Know thyself. A fine goal.
Well, glad that's sorted out, even if the results aren't quite what I hoped for. In gratitude for your assistance today, can I grant you the boon of a hot meal? You can give me a hot meal and a hot date. Hot meal and a hot date. There's actually some lovely food trucks parked nearby. Shady back alley deals make me hungry. I'm down for chow. The two of us depart the alley to visit a number of food trucks that have parked on the street nearby.
Trust me, this is the best way to sample this fine city's cuisine. It's either this or the overpriced food court slop. Yes?
No, I love food trucks. Food trucks are the bomb. I love food trucks. Not that the food trucks are particularly cheaper, but the chow does smell delightful in comparison to the compressed grease and pig parts on offer inside. With food, I like pig parts. With food acquired, including extra takeout for Rhapsody, we lean against the side of the building and chow down in the cool and refreshing air. I think I'm done dealing with wild conspiracies for the day, and pushing Loxley harder and harder on that front might push him away. You know, I'm glad you're still interested in the championship, given your mysterious extracurricular activities.
Absolutely. No matter what else I may be, I'm a gamer at heart. And even if, technically, I should be keeping a low profile, well, the spotlight beckons.
You are a gamer, but are you a gamer? Is what I need to know.
You know I love showing up the injustices of the arcade industry, yes? Well, the injustices of the esports scene are likewise ripe for the picking.
Agreed. I gave our side of the story to Punchy78 today. Maybe we can continue to expose P2W's backstabbing ways.
Ideal! I'm proud of you. Don't allow injustice to slide without confrontation. If you ever want to know why people are bastards to each other, well, follow the money, I say.
Unfortunately, very true. You think Valkyrie bribed Crimson Tiger or something?
Not with money, no. But favor? Absolutely. The main rule of capitalism is that the big fish eats the little fish. But if that's too obvious a play, the big fish need only deprive the little fish of nourishment, preventing the little fish from growing strong enough to ever truly challenge the bigger fish.
She claimed she was doing it to teach us valuable life lessons, but I doubt that. What's the answer then? Regulations on esports business? Seems risky. Punchy78 mentioned she likely wanted revenge. Punchy78 mentioned she has a bad habit of holding grudges. Her whole song and dance about doing us a favor by shutting down her team? Smokescreen. In truth, she wanted us out of the way. Punchy's an observant fellow. Never met the man, but I've read interviews with him. I'd say he's on the side of angels. Well, that's my last name, Archangel. We should invest in that relationship, I feel. Not to the point where we push his ethical boundaries, of course, wouldn't be proper. Yes, speaking of investing in relationships, agreed. Next time we need to get a word out to the media, we can reach out to him, but we won't cross any lines. With the last of our lunch consumed, Loxley stretches out, getting ready to merge back into the crowds of Max. Well, you've the afternoon ahead of you to enjoy this impromptu vacation, and Marion and I have the work to do to secure the new sponsor. We'll check in with you later once we have some results. Be ready to go at the drop of the hat, though. This may move quickly if all goes as hoped. Move where? Go where? Towards our destiny. That is both inspiring and profoundly unhelpful. He departs with a chuckle, choosing to leave it at that. Alright. So what am I going to do in the meantime? With Loxley's business concluded, I'm cut adrift again to wander the floors of Max. And you know what? I think I'm getting used to the chaos. I'm getting used to the crowds. And dare I say it, I'm kind of having fun. Losing our sponsor is a setback to be sure, but we're still on a winning streak. Why worry? We'll overcome this challenge. My trajectory is straight upward. Nothing's going to change that. I'm a winner, a champion, and the rest of the world needs to catch up to that idea. In the here and now, there's Max. There's fun to be had, and darn it, I should have some fun. Beep. Beep beep, Angel Arts. Curious, I pull my phone from my pocket to be greeted by a smiling Iris.
I've been analyzing your conversational tone and heart rate ever since this morning. Aside from a brief spike of stress early on, you're doing well.
Thank you.
I'm glad our efforts are paying off.
Yeah, we'll be back on track with the Pro Tour in no time.
No. I mean our efforts at helping you with your mental health issues.
My what?